Voices there of the coaching duo, actually from Melrose, Callum McRae and Graham Shield, who's the assistant technical coach. Mark Robertson also has played for the famous Melrose club, as I mentioned, where the game of rugby sevens was first played and will be played next Saturday in the Scottish Borders in Scotland. So winning the scrum cap is Yoshikazu Fujita. Fujita, as I mentioned earlier on, did his late schooling in New Zealand in St Bede's, and part of the Japanese 15-a-side squad that will be participating in the Rugby World Cup in England later in this year. And it's Fujita who makes that break up to the 10-yard line. He's trapped by Damien Hoyland with a good tackle. Ball thrown away by Shunya Goto. But it's all a little bit scrappy. Lemeki, we hardly saw him in the first half. Bumping tackle came in from Fraser Lyle on Gowazaru.
Oh, so you want to be a sevens player, eh? That's what you do. You take your medicine, son.
Suck it up. It's a physical game, isn't it? But it's still a brilliant game. I still consider it, though, a divisive sport rather than a collision sport. We've seen the 15s game move towards more of a collision contact contest, and for here, it's still the purity of the game.
I most definitely agree with that wholeheartedly, Scott. But here go Japan with a set-piece move from the tap.
Sakai to Lemeki. It was Fraser Lyle who was out for the quick tackle. Hoyland plays football off the left foot. Hoyland's got a bit of gas, so is Matsui. And the ball just beats both players.
Some great defence again, though, from the Scottish team. Just putting the shoulders in and causing the knock-on. Hoyland put it to the boot. It was the right thing to do, just a couple of rolls too long. But if it stops and he wins it all day long, look at those two, head-to-head.
Great matchup, isn't it? Shihito Matsui scored 2 tries against Samoa yesterday in that famous win by 26 points to 12. They opened up the occasion with a 14-all draw against Argentina before losing out to France by a single score, 19 points to 24. But that was enough to get them into the quarterfinals. Well, they came up against an impressive Fijian performance. They won that one by 45 points to 5. So they've ended up in this plate semi-final against Scotland. And here's the winner that we talked about. In fact, this is Yoshima, isn't it? He's come off the bench, Toyoshima. Look how much space Japan have conceded to set up their next attack. This is Lemeki, chased by Johnston. Inside pass. Flicks through the legs, but picked up on that wide channel outside by Kazuhiro Goya. Goya, who made such an impression last week in Hong Kong, did really, really well when he came off the bench. Sakai, the Scotland skipper, Hoyland's got him. Bit of space out wide here. Yoshima tackled into touch by Lee Jones. Pulsating action here in the plate semi-final.
Oh, it's just punch and counter-punch from both of these teams. Great attack here by the Japanese. Nice timing of the pass, but again, desperate defence from Lee Jones. This is textbook stuff. Round the hips, uses the sideline as an extra defender. Doesn't get much better than that.
Yeah, technically very good as the Scotland ring the changes. Was it Scott Riddell there? Riddell's gone off there. He is wearing that #1 jersey, the Scotland skipper. Now Godsmark is on. He's wearing the #8 jersey. Robertson secures ball at the back of the line out. We pop dink pass to Colin Gregor. It kind of dipped down on him below his kneecaps. I didn't think it was a knock-on, neither did the Scotland scrum half.
I thought it should come off Gregor's knee more than anything. Should have been play on, but now an opportunity for the Japanese and Lemeki. Unusual setup. Well, they get one each side, so Lemeki is very, very far to the right-hand side.
Well, if it hadn't been for the rain, there may have been a few more supporters in here. As it is, I'm looking around, guesstimating about 6,000. They'll take the roof off the stand if Lemeki scores. Lemeki stays back, stays strong, loses possession. Sakai knocks on. Advantage being played by Scotland. Big tackle comes in there from Kuwazuru.
I love how both of these teams just aren't taking a backward step whatsoever. Some big body contact. Lemeke trying to isolate him. Send two over to Scotland. There's another nice rip by the number 2 replacement, James Fleming. Con Gregor just feeling the effects of another big hit. I think it was Kuazuru, who got cut in half just moments early, so he's trying to get some back.
Well, Scotland have shown much improvement under new coach Callum McRae. Some of the they got to the semi-finals in Wellington. This is their they've appeared in 4 cup finals in Dubai, Port Elizabeth, Wellington, and got knocked out the quarter-final today in Tokyo. And of course they will host the next round of the HSBC Sevens World Series in Glasgow, second weekend of May, as Gregor decides to drill one over the head of Japan's Toyoshima to Fujita. Oh, he got isolated a little bit, but manages to get the offload to Lemeke. That was good play by Japan. Sakai to Tongiri. Tongiri now stretches. He's got an extra man on the outside in Toyoshima, but he spills ball. Colin Gregor decides to throw the ball inside to Johnson. Johnston sets up upfield. Juna Ethica is off the bench, but holding on. And Japan with a real chance here. Fujita, well, he had players on the outside. Sakai goes round, delivers the pass on the right outside. And Japan have scored through Shinya Goto.
Oh, it came down to urgency. They got the penalty from the turnover. Their 2 men challenging that to break down. Here it is here. Lemeke, he's so strong in that area. In conjunction, I think it was the number 6 Takai, was it? To take the quick tap. And from here, their number to the right-hand side. Fujita probably should have given it there. He didn't. He's lucky to get away with it. A nice little transfer as well from the captain. And an all-important conversion to even it up.
Katsuyuki Sakai then will have the opportunity to convert that man's try. So Goto, it's a bit of a flat pancake that comes across the side of the post. Shinya Goto, I said that he did well when he came off the bench last week in Hong Kong, and he's done extremely well. So Sakai, 50 seconds on the clock for the Scotland team to hit the final. Now Godsmark takes ball into the contact. Russell Weir bandaged up. You can notice him on the pitch. Now the kick and chip and chase is through James Fleming. Fleming showing real gas. Is this the try-winning score for James Fleming over the line? Well, Goya was a cross.
I've got a try.
But I think that was a try. Richard Kelly was absolutely on the money. Well, like a burst balloon, James Fleming with his first try at Tokyo deflates the crowd here.
It's a nice run and a hard kick to do on your inside foot when it's not your natural one. But this is good composure here. He just slides in, makes sure he secures the ball. The momentum of the Japanese player actually pushes him over. You have to give him the benefit of the doubt, I think, right there.
So full-time score here in Scotland into that plate final. Who will they join? Scotland, though. The first in, 14 points to 5 over Japan. New Zealand, Canada coming up next.